Canelo Alvarez on Gervonta Davis. I'm not retired yet. He's not the face of boxing. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Corner Red Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, Canelo Alvarez recently gave an interview, and he stirred the pot up just a little bit more when it comes to who truly is the face of boxing at this moment.
Baby, moon and bottom, baby, give me mama, baby.
To be honest, I think it's kind of crazy. There are a lot of names that are really being left out of this situation. But if you go strictly off of popularity and sales, you would have to say within the past year, Gervonta Davis probably has generated the biggest buzz within the sport of boxing. Now, Canelo Alvarez within the past 5 years has probably had the biggest buzz in the sport of boxing, and he has a huge Hispanic following, and they support their fighter, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're talking like here in the recent, past and the near future and things that are going to happen, you would have to say it's Gervonta Davis. He is the guy everybody's looking for at the moment. And his popularity is largely based off of the fact that he's knocking his opponents out. Cold out. Knocking his opponents out. And Canelo Alvarez is one of those type of guys who can, put on a great performance and dominate his opponent. But they're not those excitable, big knockout moments in his past few fights, and he's taken a loss within the past couple of years. So you would have to say that his popularity has slightly diminished, especially within the American audience. Now, once again, he has a huge Hispanic audience, and they support their guy. But if we're talking worldwide with this, I would say that even worldwide, Gervonta Davis is now probably a bigger star than Canelo Alvarez is. Now, has he had as many showings as Canelo had? No, he's nowhere near that. Canelo has done it repeatedly for many years now, so no one can say that Gervonta Davis has the track record that Canelo Alvarez has, but everybody can say that Gervonta Davis is the next guy up, and he's proving it in the boxing ring. Now, is it solely based off the fact that Gervonta is knocking guys out? No, it's not solely based off the fact that Gervonta Davis is completely knocking people the F out and doing it in stellar fashion. It has a lot to do with his out-of-the-ring personality. People jig with Gervonta Davis, obviously. They like the way he carries himself. They like his hip-hop persona, if you want to call it that. They like the fact that he's very boisterous. He's not as poetic as Ali was, but he definitely goes at his opponent the same way Muhammad Ali would if he was still in the sport of boxing. It's very entertaining, and he shows and proves like Ali did. So he has all these intangibles. I actually do what I said I was going to do. You put me in a boxing ring, if I say I'm going to knock you out within a certain amount of time, I'm definitely going to try my best to do it. And, not only that, he has real boxing skill. Nobody was talking about how he measures distance and gauges power by letting guys punch him but me. And then after, the fight, and I think people are finally realizing what he's doing, now people are starting to talk about it. I won't say I blew that up, but, certain people blew it up. But I was the first one I heard talking about that. And the new rope-a-dope that he is implementing during these fights. And he's not actually working off the ropes to draw his opponent in. He's just, once again, allowing them to punch on them. Not really punching themselves out, but seeing how they throw pop shots. And if you can take pop shots and you can time someone's pop shot then you can knock them out because you know they're not going to throw a power punch at that moment. They're only going to throw a pop shot, and you can gauge distance. Okay, I got his timing down. I know he's going to throw a pop shot here, and I know that pop shot's not going to have enough on it to knock me out. I can step in this spot, boom, and land something big. And whether it knocks you out or not, you know, that really doesn't matter. He's going to land something magnificent, and when he does it, it's incredible to watch. I mean, what else can I say? It is very entertaining to watch Gervonta Davis go about his way of utilizing the boxing ring, and his style of fighting is the pinnacle right now. Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, you could say his style of fighting has become a little boring because he's been doing it for so long, and I think some guys now have figured out his style, and you know, which made him have to readjust himself. Now, is he a new version of himself? Is he bringing something new to the table? Honestly, I only watch Canelo in big fights, and I don't really see anything new coming from Canelo. It just seems like he throws a little more power here and there. He gets a little more defensive in certain fights. There's no new wrinkle. Where Gervonta Davis, he is throwing new wrinkles in there. If you watch that entire Ryan Garcia fight, there were points in that fight where he was utilizing a lot of body movement. And the body movement was his way of working to the inside, along with, you know, judging the power and the distance with his new age rope-a-dope that he's using. It definitely, I think, caught Ryan Garcia off of guard. And you could see there were points in there where Ryan Garcia just really didn't know what to do. Go back, rewatch the fight. There was a point, I think it was like the 4th round, where Ryan, it was after he had already got knocked down and everything, Ryan just had a look on his face of, I don't know what else to do. Perhaps it was the fact that he was hurt already. It could be that. I know they're saying that, but it looked more to me like I can't figure this guy out. You know, why isn't he just sticking to what we trained for? Why is he coming with this new weird body movement that I can't really figure out? And then when Gervonta finally landed the body shot, that was a new wrinkle. Nobody could say that they thought that he was going to knock him out with a body shot, and that would be the ending punch to the fight. I think everybody was looking for that headshot in the early rounds of the fight, for that to be the ending punch. But it turned out to be a body shot, and Gervonta Davis delivered it well. Now, does it matter who's really the face of boxing, as long as boxing is doing well as a whole and as a sport, and that the sport is becoming more popular and not taking these big losses to MMA anymore? I think it really doesn't matter. I think everybody's going to have their favorite fighter, and sometimes race can also play a role within that.
Because grown men were chasing me home. I was barely getting in the house. You know, like, kill the nigga, kill that nigga, kill that nigga. They were throwing stuff through our windows. And so I went to my mother. I said, who are these niggas? We got to stay away from them. These must be some bad people. And that's when she explained to me, that's what people our color call people your color when they don't like them.
And can be a big factor within that. So I don't think there's ever going to be one global king of boxing, but I think there will be multiple, you know, guys that you could say are the face of boxing, and especially when it comes to different countries. I think for America and, you know, westernized countries, Gervonta Davis is now the face of boxing, and I think he's going to be the face of boxing for a while. Canelo just has to accept it for what it is. You know, it is what it is, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. That like button for me, man. Share, subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tube, so holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, feel free to hit my Gmail. It is flockofcards@gmail.com. And we are mine.
You should know I got a new. You see, I never was the type to be sweet, diabetes type 2. Even if I like you, even if I wife you. holler at another bitch, what I might do. A player, what you could call me, but a nuttin' ass nigga, what you would call me. I could call 3 bitches to the crib, give them some Xanax, start a football team. But I was overbooed up, too much drama, I made a few cuts. You was a bottom bitch, then you moved up, new shoes and such, I hooked you up, then you started tripping. If a bitch said hello, she was in for a natural ass whipping. So now I'm dipping, don't act like you don't know why, even though you're so fly, I gotta go by. Beautiful, beautiful, I was struggling, now I'm bubbling. Why you stunting, acting so unusual, usual, usual. Well, here's something you should know, you should know, you should know. I got a new bitch. Verse number 2, can I cucumber you without you? Wondering who else I'm fucking to. Man, I wish I didn't fuck with you. Matter of fact, I'm out of here, my wish is coming true. I'm about to call up number 2. Now she coming through and her friends coming too. Then I'm finna call up Sauce, tell him bring some blunts, maybe we can trade off. It could've been me and you on some one-on-one shit, but your ass won't trip. Everything was all good when I was hitting bad, now I'm getting cash. Every chick I pass, let me smash. Ain't no use to getting mad. Matter of fact, maybe you should get your shit and smash. But don't act like you don't know why. Even though you're so fly, you gotta go by. Beautiful, beautiful. I was struggling, now I'm bubbling. Why you stunting, acting so unusual, usual, usual. Well, here's something you should know, you should know, you should know. I got a new